The suspended governor of Rivers State has made his very first official statement or speech since his suspension and the declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State. This is the first time officially that he is speaking. And the things he said at this particular event, which was a service held in honor of late Pa Edwin Clark, has got a lot of people talking. And in this video, we are going to react to some of the things that he said. Try to see whether there are underlining meanings to some of the things he's saying. We'll find all of that in this video. Before we go any further, do well to subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's go.
I've been going out quite all right, but speaking publicly after the event of March 18th, I've been a bit careful because when I go for an event,
so this is the suspended governor of Rivers State.
The body language of the environment, if it's not in tune with what I believe in, I feel very unhappy, because for a lot of you here, you don't know what the situation is.
True.
It's not about Oshobe. It gets to a situation where Oshobe don't solve problem. That is the truth. So for that reason, I'm a bit careful. But this particular event is something I honestly cannot avoid. Pa Clark is a very special person.
Yes, indeed.
To every one of us, and more especially to me. So I feel I'm indebted to him.
Okay.
Yes, I might have supported the burial program, but putting in my presence here is the most important thing. Before I go into the main business, because I found out that a good number of you deviated from the program today. The program is a tribute for Pa Clark. It's not an issue of Fubara.
I need to stop here first. I like how he started, because if you had not watched this video, the impression I already got for some people was that, the suspended governor went to that event and made it about himself. So clearly it looks as though several other speakers before him had come on, and all of them had perhaps deviated from what the purpose of the event was. And he had to clarify some of the things they said. Because if you listen to what he just said, the other speakers that came were the ones who had laid down a certain narrative and deviated from the main purpose of this whole event and the purpose for which it was set up. And he needed to make some clarifications.
I'm not disputing the message God gave to you, my bishop. But in this particular event, it's a message to talk about Pa Clark. Because the way you hammered it, when they live here, that is not the way to be presented. It will be similar if Fubara has gathered his supporters to make statements against the minister and the president.
So you see exactly what I said. This was what forced him to respond. It was because of what other people at the event had said and how they turned the event to become something about himself, the FCT minister, the state of emergency, his suspension, all those comments. He needed to say something. You're not expecting him to just come there and people have said all that thing and then he will stay quiet. Because what he said now is very, very key. If he did not say anything, people will leave here and interpret it as, his supporters were there to say all these things and he did not say anything. But now you see clearly that in the context of this, he did not just come there, take the mic and started talking about the situation of the state of emergency, his suspension. That was not it. He was only responding to what other people at the event had said. And he was even trying to respond in a form of correction to say, hey, look, these people are saying this is not what the event is. So
That is not what I need now. What I need now, even some of you, have you asked yourself, do you think I am even interested in going back there? I want to ask you, don't you see how better I look? Do you think I'm interested in it? If I have my way, I say it's here. This is an altar of God. I don't wish going back there. My spirit has left that place long ago. So all this, I want everybody to focus. Please, it's not everything you do. You think there's some fight you don't fight. There's some things you don't do because you need to ask the person. Does it want it? I have peace. If you have known me, you've been seeing me, you can see I look better now. In as much as we have things that we need to do for our state, we know people have made sacrifice for us, and we, one way or the other, have to stand by them. Does not mean that we should start firing without any targets.
I like how he put it here. I think this part of the whole speech is the one that has got a lot of people talking, especially the part where he said, do you know if I still want to go back there? Because the truth is, clearly, we know the governor for one thing, and the reports have been around that this guy does not want this stress. And if it's up to him, he would leave. But as it stands, it is not up to him. That's the reason why he is still here. That's why he's still there. He has a term he has to complete. He has people that are with him. That is why he's... And it's what people don't get. People are like, why would he say that he does not want... He has a right to say that he doesn't want. But it does not mean that he does not want to finish his term or return to the house. He's only telling you, if he has his way, if it was only up to him, he go down come out. But at the moment, it is not only up to him. So he doesn't have a choice. That's the reason why all of these things is still dragging. I'm telling you honestly, assuming this was only just this was just about him, right? I'm sure that the governor would have resigned since. And from the way he's sounding, I don't think he might want to even come for a second term.
We need to be focused. Our evening here is about Pa Clark. It's not Oshobe, it's Fubara, Oshobe, same place. I want that. And like I said,
same correction, so people understand.
Every other thing that is said here, every other admonition by whoever is your personal view. It does not speak or does not present the purpose of this evening. I mean it.
Simple.
And I want you to quote me anywhere.
Simple.
We're here talking about the life of a man who lived a life of sacrifice.
Because
amongst you,
listen,
the women here,
listen.
Do you have forgiving spirit? Your hearts are bitter. You don't forgive. Those are the important things. But some of you here, your hearts are dark. But one important thing that you have your boarding pass is just you're waiting for the flight. So you need to retract your ways. I always tell those of you who want to listen, don't do things because you want to do them. Do the things I want. I am the one wearing the shoes. I know the solution to my problem. I know how to walk through my problem. There are some things you will do rather than bring peace for me. It spoils my peace process.
Okay, on this part, I agree with him to some degree, and I disagree to some degree, and I'll tell you why. I agree that he knows best, and behind the scenes, the meetings he's having, the conversations he's having, the people he's seeing, the meetings they're having, and what they are discussing is best known to him. No other person around him has that information unless he chooses to tell you. So you would not really know what moves he's making. And on that note, if you're a supporter of him and then you go do certain things, it might be interpreted as after we had a meeting, your people are still going to do this. It doesn't send the right message, understandably. That understood. But there's a second part where I disagree. You cannot tell the people of Rivers State that they don't have a right to express their displeasure with government policy or decisions, because they do. Now, it is where we have come to where we don't know what is right or what is wrong. It is now who is for who and who is for what. That's how we've become as a society. What is right or what is wrong is no longer the case. The Constitution in this case is what guides what is right or what is wrong. in this case. So if people feel like going by the constitution, some things have been done wrongly, then they have every right to protest. The annoying part is when, because Rivers people or anybody chooses to protest for whatever reason constitutionally guaranteed, you now interpret his protest as, oh, this person is a supporter of SIM. No, I think that's where we have a problem, because you are then telling me that I cannot on my own decide to protest if I feel something is right and I want to support it. That's what you're telling me. Or if I feel somebody has done something wrong and I need to vent or show that I am not happy with it. That's what you're telling me. If every protest will be looked at, oh, you are from this side. Because on that note, what the governor is saying is basically saying anybody that is protesting for him or in support of him are seen as his supporters, and he should tell them to stop. But the truth is, there are people who do not belong to any party or are not in any camp. They are not simplified. They are not wikematics. They are not nothing. They are just Rivers people who believe that rights are being abused, the constitution is being breached, and they're not happy with the decision of the president, and they are protesting it. Simple, short. And for those people, you can't come and say that they shouldn't do it because it's going to be interpreted as, oh, your people are, because the FCT minister also says something similar in his own broadcast, which I will be reacting to as well. That's where that's it for me. I don't know what you think, but that's basically a summary of what the governor said at that service for late Pa Edwin Clark. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section. But for me, I mean, people have a right to protest if they want to. If you want to make peace, whether it's the FCT minister or the suspended governor or the president, if they want to make peace, it doesn't stop anybody from protesting. They can go ahead, have their meetings, have their agreements, sign their agreements, have their peace. But people who feel that certain things have been done wrongly according to the constitution of this country should be allowed to express themselves freely and not seen as being political. That's my point.